Imagine a 61-year-old farmer showing up to one of the toughest ultramarathons in the world, wearing work boots, with no professional training and no support team. People laughed. They doubted him. But what happened next became one of the most inspiring underdog stories in history. Today we uncovered 10 incredible facts about Cliff Young, the man who redefined endurance, grit, and human potential. Cliff Young wasn't a professional runner. Most marathon champions trained for years. Cliff Young? He was a potato farmer from Australia who had never run a professional race in his life. But what he lacked in training, he made up for with sheer determination. He entered a 544-mile race at 61 years old. In 1980, Cliff signed up for the Westfield Sydney to Melbourne Ultramarathon, a brutal 544-mile race. The competitors? Elite athletes in top gear. Cliff? He showed up in work boots and overalls, looking like he had just finished herding sheep. He didn't know there were sleeping breaks. Here's where things get crazy. The race was designed to last about 7 days, with runners sleeping at night. But no one told Cliff that. So while others slept, he just kept going. Non-stop, night after night, he invented the Young Shuffle. Cliff didn't sprint, he shuffled. A slow, steady, energy-saving stride. Experts thought he looked ridiculous. But guess what? The shuffle was actually more efficient, and ultra runners today still study his technique. He was mocked until he started winning. At first, spectators laughed at him. Broadcasters called him a joke. But after a few days, they noticed something shocking. Cliff was leading the race. His relentless pace had overtaken the younger, trained athletes. He won the race by almost 10 hours. Not only did Cliff finish the race, he finished first. He shattered the previous record by 2 whole days, beating the world's top endurance runners by nearly 10 hours. At 61, let that sink in. He refused the prize money. After his historic victory, Cliff was awarded $10,000 in prize money. What did he do? He gave it all away to the other runners. He believed everyone deserved a share. He ran for the love of it, not for fame or money. He was a true Aussie legend. Cliff became an instant national hero in Australia. People admired his humility, kindness, and down-to-earth attitude. To him, running was just another day's work, like chasing sheep on his farm. He kept running into his 70s. Even after his iconic victory, Cliff didn't stop. He continued running ultramarathons, inspiring people of all ages to challenge their limits. His legacy lives on. Today, ultra runners around the world honor Cliff Young. His story proves that you don't need fancy gear, sponsors, or youth on your side. All you need is grit, endurance, and an unstoppable spirit. So what's your excuse? Cliff Young was 61. He had no training, no strategy, just raw determination. If he could chase his dreams, literally, what's stopping you from chasing yours? If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that age is just a number and limits are just illusions. Until next time, keep moving, keep pushing, and keep believing in the impossible.